What's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. Today, continuing my 2021 year-end top 10s as we look at my number 5 lightweight in the world right now, the undefeated WBA regular champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Davis entering 2021 was coming off of a 2020 where he scored the biggest victory of his career when he took on Leo Santa Cruz and got the knockout of the year, laying him out in 6 rounds as he kept his lightweight title intact, but had officially moved down to 130 and also captured that belt in the process from Leo Santa Cruz. So heading into this year, he's coming off his biggest win, but he knew he had to step up his game and fight, top tier lightweights. Well, he did us one better and moved up to 140 in his first fight and took on Mario Barrios in June. And with the WBA consolidating all the belts, there was interest to see what division after this fight he would stay at. Well, he went in a firefight with Mario Barrios. He went at it. That was a really good fight. By the time he hurt Barrios in the 8th, 9th round and put him down the first time, it was very close. And then in the 11th round, it was still close. But Davis would finish Mario Barrios, not stopping him, and capture a championship in a 3rd weight class, winning the WBA regular belt at 140 pounds. After that, the WBA told Tank Davis that he could choose where he wanted to fight next, but after his next fight, he would have to choose between 135 and 140 since he held both the regular titles in both those weight classes. He chose 135 to fight his second fight of the year, and in December, he was supposed to fight Rolando Romero, but Romero had to pull out of the fight with a bunch of assault charges from women that were pending, so he had to pull out of that fight. And Davis, on about 5 weeks' notice, would take on Isaac Cruz, defend his secondary title at 135 against him. This was a fight that most people, myself included, thought that Cruz was going to play right into Davis's style, and Davis was going to knock Isaac Cruz out. And instead we got a better version of Isaac Cruz than we anticipated, as he really pushed the action against Gervonta, and really, tested Gervonta in this one. Gervonta would land the harder shots though, and would seemingly counterpunch and box well, but it was a close, hard-fought battle. And when the smoke cleared, it went to the scorecards, where Tank Davis scored a very close unanimous decision and retained his WBA regular belt. Excuse me. So, Davis then, had a decision to make between 135 and 140, and he, to no surprise, chose 135, so that's where I got him ranked officially now. And, heading into 2022, the jury's out on what Davis is going to do. There's a lot of people talking rematch with Isaac Cruz. Davis doesn't really seem interested in that, but he might end up having to do that because the WBA has not yet ordered him to challenge George Kambosos, the super champion of the WBA and unified world champion. They haven't ordered those two to fight yet. And I think the WBA is going to make an exception and allow Lomachenko to get the next shot because he's mandatory in two of the 4 weight classes that Kambosos holds titles in. So I believe they're gonna allow that fight, and then we're gonna end up seeing Lomachenko and Kambosos go at it. So where does that leave Gervonta Davis? And I don't know. I really don't know. There's really no other serious threats in the top 10 at 135 other than Isaac Cruz that fight for the PBC that are makeable fights. Davis is going to have to cross the street this year. He's going to have to if he wants a big fight. It's just that simple. I know there was talks with Ryan Garcia that fell apart, and now it's like, what does they do? In my personal opinion, if Davis does not get the ordered shot against Kambosos next, I think a rematch with Isaac Cruz is not a bad idea. Let's leave no doubt. If Davis really hurt his hand, then leave no doubt by fighting Isaac Cruz again, maybe knocking him out in a rematch, and leaving no doubt. That way you have some time for the other fighters to clear up in the division, and Davis might be able to set up a bigger fight at the end of the year, or the WBA will order Davis to fight the winner of Lomachenko and Kambosos. But Davis really has to make a decision. He's got to step his game up. He's got to fight the best fighters, and we're going to see if he does that. He's really has the pressure on him now, because it's put up or shut up and fight the best. No more bullshit. His stats, are very good. He's only 27. He actually dropped 2 spots from number 3 from last year. Overall, he's 26-0 with 24 knockouts. And he's looking to prove himself, and he's going to have to this year. He's got no choice. So we're really going to see what kind of guts and if Mayweather, where Mayweather sees his fighter, right now. We're really going to see and get a good dose of that. And we'll see what happens. But I hope Davis steps up his game and fights somebody in the top 5 this year, gets a major fight, because he's a big name and it makes sense. There's no reason why he can't do it. So we'll see what happens. But that's the 2021 year-end top 10s. My number 5 lightweight in the world, the undefeated WBA regular champion, Gervonta Tank Davis. I hope you enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been here with the truth.